The Director General of Nigeria's Debt Management Office, DMO, Patience Oniha, has raised concerns over rising debt levels in West Africa, warning of growing risks to regional stability. Speaking at the 11th Annual Conference of the West African Association of Public Accounts Committee, WAPAC, in Abuja, Oniha, represented by Miriam Umar, Deputy Director of Policy, Strategy and Risk Management, noted that public debt in the region has expanded sharply over the past decade, worsened by the COVID-19 pandemic. She listed Nigeria, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire and Senegal as the region's largest borrowers by 2020. Nigeria's Auditor General Shaka Kira revealed that the country's debt stood at 143.5 trillion naira in December 2024, made up of 68.8 trillion naira external and 74.6 trillion naira domestic debt. He said his office has begun performance audits to ensure borrowed funds deliver real value.
Public debt in one country can transmit to shocks in other countries due to the interconnectivity between the countries. And also there is the global uncertainties, which I mentioned earlier, the high interest rate, the global economic prospect, the commodity price shocks also affect our public debt management.
Providing evidence-based reports on public debts by conducting audits that supply the Public Accounts Committee with factual and reliable data serve as the primary source of professional, independent financial analysis, guaranteeing objective and credibility in reporting on public debts.
Former lawmaker Nicholas Desai called for stronger legislative oversight of loans, while NUJ FCT chairperson Grace Ike emphasized the role of the media in ensuring accountability. Professor Abdulrazak Na'ala, Professor Economics and Political Economy, University of Abuja, added that debt sustainability is vital for long-term growth and intergenerational equity.
Today, you do debt servicing by 70% of your revenue. So how much is left to do infrastructures? Sometimes there was a time in this country we're borrowing to pay recurrent expenditure. That's not supposed to be. We borrow to pay recurrent expenditure. At that time, our revenues, 98% was used in servicing debt. How much was left?
Facilitating access to data and report is necessary. Let's have SAIs and parliamentary committees can improve transparency by making audit report and debt information publicly accessible. Whenever we knock at your door, we want that information readily accessible and something that we can actually get, when we knock at your door. There's need for monitoring and investigative collaboration. We all know investigative journalism is not an easy thing. There's money, funds needs to go in. So we need to also devote time and another platform where we have journalists that will be trained, when it comes to undercover journalism, reporting of debt management and public account.
Debt sustainability is central to economic stability and development and intergenerational equality. For lawmakers, the ability to understand DSS, interpret debt metrics, and enforce meaningful debt ceiling is vital for promoting fiscal responsibility.